There are about 10 million Americans of Polish descent in the United States. The largest concentration is Chicago. Various estimates put the number of people with Polish roots in that city at 1 million. Who have you voted for recently? For Trump, of course. Who did you vote for? For Donald Trump. I voted for Trump, and we like Trump very much, and he will bring order to America. I voted for Trump too, and I believe in him very much. The last decade has seen a tremendous rise in the importance of our compatriots overseas. The President of the United States, Donald Trump, appreciated Polish people a few days ago at a conference of CPAC conservatives in Washington, D.C.
We're also honored to be joined by President Duda of Poland, who's a fantastic man and a great friend of mine. And we got 84% of the Polish people that voted for us, so you must be doing something right, huh? Hanging out with Trump.
If President Donald Trump is talking from the stand, giving a speech de facto to the American people at the CPAC conference, after all, this speech was addressed to the American people, and he emphasizes the value of Polish votes for his electoral victory, this is what we wanted to achieve, that Poles should have a say in the election of the most important people in the United States. This is what has happened. I'm very happy about it, and I will congratulate my compatriots on this result, and I will congratulate them on this unity in action. Because this is what we need in America. We need it because in troubled times, the guarantor of Polish security is the United States. Now in the White House, Poland has a great ally.
I'm very committed to Poland. I think Poland has really stepped up and done a great job for NATO. As you know, they paid more than they had to. They are one of the finest groups of people I've ever known. I'm very committed to Poland.
These words of the American leader from Friday are proof that Donald Trump is serious about his assurances from the election campaign. In an interview with TV Republica, he said the following.
The Polish people love me and I love the Polish people. No president has done more for the Polish people.
Why are Polish people in the United States betting on Donald Trump? This is a president who cares about the nation, about everything, about the whole world, I think. It was a choice between a known evil and something to return to, and I think it's a positive return. He knows the life of America and the whole world. I know he has already started to clean up and will do even more. And what does the cleanup involve? Order with illegals. We have the Polish community, which is an electoral dimension felt by the most important politician in the United States, namely the American president. And this is of great value to us in terms of lobbying for Polish issues, in terms of translating to Congress when it comes to decisions that are and will be made in the U.S. on important issues, including our issues. This is of fundamental importance. This also provides an incredible opportunity to strengthen Poland's alliance with the United States, an alliance that, in addition to military issues, offers great opportunities to strengthen our energy and economic security. The question is whether these opportunities are used by the authorities in Warsaw and whether President Andrzej Duda's successor will be pro-American or anti-American. If anything could have saved Ukrainian civilians from Russian aggression, it was just this conversation and agreement between Volodymyr Zelensky and Donald Trump, but this opportunity was lost by the Ukrainian leader. Surely Putin will not be stopped by today's meeting of European politicians in London, resulting in billions of more pounds and euros for Ukraine and more pledges of military support. And this, instead of a truce, can only lead to escalation. There is only one realistic solution. The industrial power of the United States, the political potential of the United States and its position in international structures makes it almost impossible to achieve a peace that will last without American participation. Indeed, and Donald Trump in the Oval Office tried to explain it to a man who should understand it like no one else.
You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of coming out okay because of us.
Mr. President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
you haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet,
you
and not only in this cabinet.
We gave you, through this stupid president, $350 billion. We gave you military equipment, and you men are brave, but they had to use our military.
What about
if you didn't have our military equipment, if you didn't have our military equipment, this war would have been over
In 2 weeks.
In 3 days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days. This is something
Maybe
new.
less.
President Zelensky, can you tell us what happened?
In Washington, D.C., Volodymyr Zelensky tried to tell the Americans that Ukraine didn't get any help, but all he had to do was fly to London, and there you go.
Really, I saw a lot of people, and I want to thank you, people of the United Kingdom, such big support from the very beginning of this war. Thank you, your team. And I'm very happy that His Majesty the King accepted my meeting tomorrow, and I'm thankful that you organized such a great summit for tomorrow. And we are very happy in Ukraine that we have such strategic partners. We signed with you historic document.
Volodymyr Zelensky rejected a ceasefire in his war-torn country in exchange for vague declarations from left liberal European politicians.
We've now agreed that the United Kingdom, along with France and possibly one or two others, will work with Ukraine on a plan to stop the fighting.
And here we come to the point.
Hallo, guten Abend.
The third country not mentioned by the British Prime Minister is, of course, Germany, already under the leadership of a new chancellor and with a new idea of leading Europe. After all, Berlin's #1 goal is not peace in Ukraine at all, but getting rid of the Americans from our continent, because conservative American President Donald Trump is not to the liking of European liberals.
Niemcy dokonali długofalowej zmiany strategii.
Germany has made a long-term shift in strategy aimed at cutting Atlantic ties and implementing this project of centralizing or Germanizing the European Union. This is a strong signal for the reason that it indicates that Germany has decided on such a reconstruction of the continent under German leadership. And this is a simple way for Putin to further aggression against Ukraine. Germany will not stop him.
Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war,
He's not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country's in big trouble.
Without the United States, our part of Europe may soon be in trouble as well. There's no reason to count on Prime Minister Donald Tusk because he primarily counts on Berlin's opinion. Prime Minister, why do you want to push the United States out of Europe, the only guarantor of Poland's security? Mr. Prime Minister, why are you practicing anti-American policies? Why are you taking part in building an anti-American front? Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni is trying to salvage the situation.
So you know that I've been also proposing a meeting between US and European leaders for if we divide ourselves, that will make us all weaker.
And only criminal Russia can benefit from it. Firefly Aerospace has become the second U.S. company to land safely on the moon, beginning a 2-week research mission to the moon.
By partnering with these companies, we're able to look towards doing, up to 2 missions per year. So this is really getting us back to the lunar surface on a regular cadence. And again, as we move forward with the model, we're learning a lot. We're learning about where we can drive down costs and improve schedule and things like that.
Austin, Texas-based Firefly Aerospace's Blue Ghost Mission 1 will conduct science experiments, such as testing adhesion, verifying distance to Earth, and testing a computer resistance to space radiation. 10 instruments on board will collect data for 2 weeks. The lander is equipped with 12 onboard cameras, which took and transmitted images of Earth and the Moon during the flight. The goal of Blue Ghost's research is to support a future manned mission under NASA's Artemis program. Also heading toward the moon at the moment are the U.S. Athena lander and Japan's Resilience lander. Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam and a manufacturer of Lego bricks have unveiled a version of the Dutch post-impressionist painting titled Sunflowers. This allows fans to recreate one of the most famous works in the history of painting.
And this is a Lego interpretation of the Sunflower painting by Vincent van Gogh that was painted in 1899. And the set has about 2,615 pieces. And what's really cool about it is that it's a 3D representation of the painting.
A hallmark of Van Gogh's paintings are the evocative colors with which the painter imbued the works with his emotions, typical of Expressionism. The texture consisted of applying paint in thick layers with a brush or spatula.
I think what was the most challenging, but also one of the most exciting parts of this project, I think, was definitely trying to find the right balance in colors. So we have an existing color palette for our Lego bricks. So our Lego color palette is relatively limited, and we're a toy brand, so all the colors are very vibrant and saturated.
Standing in front of Van Gogh's 1889 masterpiece and in front of a smaller version made of Lego bricks, the museum curator said she hoped more people would now learn about the famous Dutch painter's work.
The great thing is that people can actually build it themselves and kind of build up a composition in a way that a painter builds up a composition, and in that way I think they will engage very directly with the life story and the work of Vincent van Gogh as an artist, and with this very special painting in our collection.
Rijnke Wiedmer got up at 5 a.m. and got in line to get her set as one of the first in the world. She loves paintings and Lego art.
I like the Lego art style. I also have the Mona Lisa, and I liked the style that they translate art into Lego. And I like Lego and I like art, so it's a good combination. Yeah.
What are you going to do with it once it's ready?
Yeah, I hang it up in the room, so I can look at it every day.
The 19th century Dutch painter only worked for 10 years, yet he created more than 900 works. He mainly depicted the world around him, but also captured people he admired. Vincent van Gogh was not valued during his lifetime. However, after his death, the prices of his paintings soared, and now art collectors are able to pay record sums for his paintings.